Good morning. It is 8:30 on Tuesday, June 9th. And this meeting of the Sandpoint Arts, Culture, and Historic Preservation Commission is now called to order. For the record, I am Chairwoman Ellie Susness, presiding in the council chambers in City Hall, 1123 Lake Street in Sandpoint, Idaho. The commission members who are present are Barry Burgess, Carol Diener, Dara Carlson, Vice Chair Kate McAllister, Will Valentine, Rick Decker is
He just jumped.
on Zoom. Hi, Rick. Excellent. Moving on to the minutes approval. We will now proceed with approval of the minutes from the commission's last meeting. I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting held May 12th, 2026. However, I did see two corrections. It here in the Canada section, it's spell checked.
Spell checked me.
Yeah.
Okay. That's in,
Item 3, it says Canada and it should say Panada. And then item 6. It says staff reported the draft RFP for Cedar Street, but it was actually me that reported that. Cedar Street has been prepared.
I move we accept the minutes as corrected.
Thanks, Kate. Kate has made a motion and then second.
Second.
Seconded. All in favor? Any opposed? None heard. Motion passes. Moving on to the financial report. The funds for downtown is $245. No, $245,185. And in the Northern District is $135,145.97. All of those balances are as of June 2nd, 2026, Sura meeting. On financial report. All right, moving on then to the arts. Number 3, the Silver Box Project 2026 update. The Silver Box Project was approved on the consent calendar at the June 3rd City Council meeting. So congratulations on that. I am working with Heather Faircloth to coordinate the logistics with the outgoing artists and incoming artists and with the park staff for installation, hopefully by the end of June. Is there any questions on that? Show on the screen our 3 winners. All right, well then moving on to number 4, we have a mural application. So this is a mural application for 105 South First Avenue. And Bill, I don't know if you can help me navigate this.
Sure, I can give it a shot. We have as part of our zoning ordinance, Title 9, Chapter 6, I believe it is, signs. Signs identify permitted signs and also has a section on murals. And the way the ordinance is worded, murals are to be reviewed by this commission, the recommendation to city council. And there's really very little else in the ordinance as it relates to murals. So it's really, what distinguishes a mural from a sign has to do with content. And that gets very tricky. Either First Amendment jurisprudence is robust in this area. But basically, if the mural depicts or identifies signals or otherwise advertises something that's going on inside the establishment, then that's a sign. It's reasonably related to what is occurring inside the building. That's a sign. Otherwise, it's a mural. And you're not beholden to the size limitations, other criteria for signage. So in this particular case, we looked at it and didn't qualify as a sign, be regulated as a sign, because it has nothing to do with what's going on inside the building. It just happens to be a statement, image, that has words on it. All it's anything that service or product going inside. So squarely falls into the mural context, which means this commission weighs in and makes a recommendation to approve or not to city council. So
This is the sign.
this is not a sign.
Place.
This is the place. It's just a mural.
That's where it's gonna go. I couldn't figure out
What
where they're
building
gonna
is
put
that?
it.
The bank, it looks like.
Yeah. This is on the east side of First, the bank building, bank
The
restaurant.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the Waterhouse's building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the gist of this is a mural application. We can discuss and make a recommendation. And then it goes to council for the final
Correct.
or disapproval.
Right.
Right, so.
So that's not advertising. This is the place. Doesn't say this is the place, the restaurant to eat.
If it said this is the place, for example, listing the restaurant's name, it'd be fair to say that it's a sign. But is this in reference? I think it says Sandpoint, Idaho at the bottom. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
So
So it could be considered tourism.
it could be considered a mural. Yeah, it's a mural. So it's art.
And I mean, typography murals have been in existence since humans have been communicating with the written word. However, this is a little different for Sandpoint. I guess my biggest question is it too modern for our historic downtown core? I mean, this type style and this kind of mural is trending right now, I would say. Any comments? Questions?
We've never had a mural like this. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should try it. I don't know.
It is in a very prominent location as you're coming down.
Very
from-
prominent.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's something about it that
As soon as you said trending, that sort of made me think temporary, right? Like,
Number two, I don't think it's very artsy. I think that's my issue with it. I don't think it's very artsy. And it's a sign. Yeah, and I realize that the ordinance that we wrote many years ago, it's approved for that, but I just don't think it's for us.
I think it is advertising.
It's this place.
What do you think?
I don't see the point of it. It's not history, it's not art.
Yeah,
I don't think it adds any value to what we're trying to do long-term with the historic downtown area. Move us forward in that way we're trying to go.
So if we were going to think about right now, is your feeling that we would not want to advance it to city council?
Question. Is it friendly?
I don't know.
I mean,
And-
sort of, you're too stupid
It
to
piques
know
the
that
curiosity.
This is the place.
Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, I'm just curious with our actual role, because I think we have personal feelings about this, but I guess what are we supposed to include when we're thinking about this? Do our personal preferences come in? Is that what we get by being on the commission? Or is there more language in the code that we can look at it? differently?
Good question. There's no more language in the code. And I think it's really hard to separate, like on any commission, your fact that you're a person, you've been
Yeah.
chosen to be on this commission for a whole host of reasons, including being who you are. So you can't divorce yourself from that perspective. I mean, you're going to bring your collective experiences and your opinions to weigh in on these matters. And that's precisely why you're on the commission. So that's a tough one, though. I can understand how you could have a tough time balancing that, because after all, no one speaks for the whole community, right? I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
so, but the ordinance doesn't provide a lot of, what it does provide is it provides a pathway for murals. And it has, like a typical sign ordinance, limitations on to avoid the excessive competition for our visual resources. That's really what regulating signs is all about. Murals is different. It's is art or history or any of the above. It's whatever you decide it is. It's that wide open in the ordinance.
Well, and I think too, we have to be careful, I feel, we have to be careful about setting precedent, because if we agree on this one, and it is because of the historic downtown that we're trying to create, then certainly someone else is gonna say, hey, I want these words on my building, and it doesn't advertise inside, but in a way, it kind of a double entendre thing, but yeah, so if we set precedent and this is the first, then I'm sure it won't be the last.
Am I hearing the commission that you believe this thing might actually be a sign?
It feels more sign-like
feels-
to me.
Yeah,
Then
it
you're-
feels like a sign.
Whether or not it's a sign, it feels sign-like, and therefore you think it's not consistent with what the collective idea of a mural is. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct. Well, for me, correct.
I think with text, you could, I definitely see how text could be mural. This one this walks a lot closer to the line of a sign than other text murals that I've seen.
well, compare it to, the one that's on the winery, and it is saved, the Coca-Cola sign. Oh, right. And that kind of, I just thought about that sign. It does say Coca-Cola or whatever it says on it, but it also is an ad for the, all the art around it, and it's got,
It's a historic
yeah,
sign.
it's a historic sign. Yeah. This is not a historic sign.
The other thing I would ask is, can we push it back to the applicant for perhaps a redesign?
Yeah, the commission has, you can move it to council, deny it, you can suggest that before you take action, you send word back to the applicant that they come up with something else so it's not the location, it just has to be the mural itself just isn't resonating with the commission, so they could come up with something different without really any direction, but just something different. And we could communicate back that it doesn't evoke a sense of history or art. It's seemingly trendy. Maybe not off-putting. It could be conceived as friendly, but text seems to throw it into that category of possible confusion with a sign. Again, just not historic. Is that sort of the message that you would want to send to the applicant?
I think that sounds appropriate.
Who's producing it? And they provided a statement for the art.
The entire contents of the packet, I think, were forwarded to the commission. I don't think there was any explanation. It's just literally the application form.
You are correct. It was just the application.
I didn't say who's gonna do it.
Well, I believe. Well, Jennings Waterhouse, who is the applicant, is an artist, so I assume she would head up whatever team. Jennings Waterhouse.
I think it'd be cleaner to have a denial of this, because it's not like you're asking somebody to reorient the words, you know, in a certain fashion.
Right.
I think it's, if the commission disapproves of it, they should just disapprove of it. Someone could always come back with an alternate concept,
Okay.
after we give an explanation as to why it didn't make, that would be cleaner, because otherwise you've got your hands on the artist's imagination. It's really their imagination to, you know what I mean?
What about the, We Yoga building? We Yoga, is that considered a sign?
Yes.
Okay, because it reminds me of that. And I think, isn't Jennings part
I'm not sure.
of We Yoga?
We have the sign way up there that says the yoga that you drive in.
Yeah, and that's a sign.
All right, well,
I bet you read about this is new contemporary, this is what's going on now. We want it in our town right now. Are we ready for that? It could be someplace else. It just doesn't feel like Sandpoint, Idaho. Yes, that's, you know, and maybe it should be, maybe, you know,
I think a different location in town. I'd be more up for it, but just that's, you know, between the We Yoga building and that's the first text you see when you pull into downtown.
right. All right, well, what I'm hearing from the commission is that we probably are going to deny this.
I think you should take a
what do you
vote.
think?
Take a vote.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah?
No,
No,
No. I don't matter, so, oh, Rick?
No.
All right, then, I entertain a motion to deny this mural application for 105 South First Avenue.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
second.
8 seconds, all in favor?
Looking at you, say, please, please,
All in favor?
all in favor.
Aye.
Any opposed? None heard, motion passes. All right, thanks, everybody. All right, so moving on. We are going to do some exciting things here. We have the street lamp banner program election. So the call was extended to June 4th, and Heather Faircloth, who is here with us today to help us with the selection process, has worked very hard to get everything ready for today's selection, and I thank you.
Happy to be here. So I created 7 packets. We had a total submittals of 9, I believe. And because people could submit up to 3 image options, some people submitted their max amount of proposals. So what I'm passing around, you will be seeing, I only prepped 7. Oh, you're not voting?
Oh,
You'll see on top packet is basically a reminder as to our scoring rubric for the solicitation. The basis behind this rubric is to ensure fair scoring off of a scale of 4, good, very good, and excellent. I need to keep on myself.
Everybody's got one down there?
We'll share. Sorry, I want to bring originals to that. So basically, the criteria for this street banner art program. We broke it down for 25 points possible. You'll see that on that rubric in front of you. And we'll be scoring off of the scale poor, good, very good, and excellent. Each possible point category is broken down below. So for example, the artistic quality and originality has a possible points of 6 points there. Down at the bottom, you'll see the score breakdown. A poor rating, which is explained as failed to meet the intent of the RFQ or RFP in this situation, would be a 1.2 point system. Good in this situation would be 3 points, very good would be 4.5, and excellent, which far exceeds expectation, clearly stands out above all others, would be a total max point possible of 6 points under that criteria. So what we'll do is we will go through the submittals before you. And I have, because of the way these were submitted to us digitally, I couldn't quite redact or pull out names and so forth. So I titled them all by proposal A, B, C, D, and so forth. So that way I will be referring to them as proposal A, proposal B. And then that way we can critique off of what's before us. I always like with my solicitations to remind you guys, especially in a small community, we're judging what's before us today. We're not judging past experience with individuals. We're not, we're going off of what was presented to us based off the criteria in which we've set for the solicitation for our scoring rubric. Okay, so with that, I guess we'll go ahead and begin. Our first one is A. And Ellie, were you gonna bring these up visually?
Yes.
Perfect. And not much definition was provided on this submittal. It was that I drew this picture, then scanned it into my computer and colored it digitally. That's the details behind what was provided for A, for the banner. Let me know once you've looked at it for a moment, and I can run us through. So our first area for criteria is artistic quality and originality. And the purpose of this criteria was to evaluate the overall artistic strength, creativity, and visual appeal by the submitted artwork. Like the colors.
How big is the sign again? I'm sorry, how big is the sign?
16 by 30.
Signs are 16 by 30, up.
Inches. Yeah, so it's the banner on the light post, when you drive down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
16, I couldn't remember, 16 by 30.
So this one is not necessarily proportional. It's chosen, we would have to do some adjustments.
This one is not 16 by 30.
Well, yeah, what would you think on this one? Cropping the sides or adding something to the top or in the bottom?
I would probably lift the Sandpoint Idaho out, crop it from the right side in, and then readjust the Sandpoint Idaho to fit in the upper portion.
And leave the fish there.
Yeah, the fish would be there.
But I know they're in Sandpoint, Idaho, so.
Okay, so let's go ahead and evaluate the overall artistic strength, creativity, and visual appeal. Again, a reminder, we have poor, good, very good, or excellent, or points possible. And of course, this is a unison agreement. We'll agree on that point scale.
The expectation.
I was thinking the same thing, met expectations.
Okay.
She said it met expectation,
Met expectations.
which I think is reasonable.
I hear you.
Is that agreed upon? So
Mhm.
3, thank you. Our next category or criteria is expression of the summer in Sandpoint theme. If the purpose of this is to evaluate how effectively the artwork reflects the theme and captures Sandpoint summer character, beauty, and energy.
I'd say it's very specific.
I think it's 4, because
It doesn't
that
capture.
high up, you'll never know what it is.
Maybe too narrowed.
And you can fish
Anywhere.
all year round.
Okay,
Not just summer.
so is it agreed upon as far as 4 did not fully capture what we were looking for as far as character of summer and so forth?
Yes.
Our next criteria is suitability for vertical banner placement. Purpose is to evaluate how well the composition works for 16 by 30 on lamp posts in downtown streetscape.
So as stated before, it is not proportional to actual size of the banner, so it would not, or, yeah, it's poor.
Okay. Next criteria is visibility and downtown streetscape impact. Purposes of this is to evaluate how well the artwork is functional as a seasonal public art installed at approximately 50 lampposts.
Again, the colors would catch your eye.
Yeah. Is it advertising the Long Bridge?
No, there's no bridge there.
Yeah, there's no beach.
You know, it's fine detail. You're looking at it from street level. I think it's pretty busy. I agree.
So do we believe it met the expectations or failed?
I think it's too busy.
Guess it get met or it failed.
I think it failed.
Yeah, I think it failed.
Agreed upon?
Yes.
Yeah. And then let's see, appropriateness for all public, all ages.
I think it met that criteria.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're over here. Okay. And then reproduction readiness. So this is where we would be judging as far as if it's ready to roll. You know, if it's something that, and as you guys discussed, not. So we're going to go ahead and put 4 as far as failed to meet that expectation.
Correct.
All right, thank you very much. That can be put aside. Next is number B, or letter B, proposal B. Not much description on this one as well. It came through on multiple emails. What we found with the digital contest is we're getting multiple, because they have to get it through to us somehow. My understanding is this is a stained glass. Don't know if it's off of an original. I don't know much details other than it just titled stained glass.
That's cool.
So to describe to everybody, there is a tree on the left, eagle, on a branch. There's a
That's an eagle?
canoe down at the bottom and a fire with benches on a lake shore.
Not a hot dog.
Moving on. Okay, guys. It's stained glass, so it's very generalized.
I'm sorry. Hey. They're gonna kick me off. She's gonna kick me off.
All right, so let's go through.
Let's go and go through our criteria and run
Yeah.
through them.
Yeah.
So first
Can you
criteria,
scroll up just a little bit? We can see the top of it. Or is there not a top?
no, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah, it stops right above the eagle a little bit. Like
okay.
one
So no
cell.
text up there.
There's no text included in this, which was not broken down as a requirement in our request. Was at the discretion of artists as to what they imagined. So we left that big for them to freely work with. So the first criteria we're going to judge is our artistic quality and originality. This is where basically we're judging the strength of and creativity, the visual appeal of what was submitted before us.
I think it met expectation.
Agreed.
Is that agreed upon?
Mhm.
Okay. Expression of the theme, summer in Sandpoint is our next criteria of judging.
Yeah.
Met expectation.
Met, agreed. Yeah. Suitability for vertical banner format.
Yeah.
All right, and then public visibility and downtown streetscape impact. Functional for the seasonal public art install.
I think it looked good.
Is it agreed met?
I think it met.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. And then appropriateness for all ages. Is it agreed met?
Yes.
Okay. And then reproduction readiness.
Yes.
Met expectation. Thank you, that's the one for that one. The next one in your package, you'll see it says C, D, and E. We're gonna do C first. And there was, so the description on this one is features a bold, vibrant composition showcasing Penderell, sorry, Penderoya.
Ooh.
I know, it's a thing. Yeah. My husband's always like, no, ah. Anyways, the Long Bridge, a classic BNSF train line and a nod to our winter recreation with Schweitzer. Style chairlift are framed by, sorry, it's very small font. Stylized mountain peaks and waterfront waves.
All right. So has
Okay.
you, yeah,
Go ahead. No,
let's just go ahead. You,
artistic quality and originality.
any comment?
Yeah, looks good.
All right. Do we believe it met our expectations? Do we think it exceeded?
Met.
I think it met.
I think it met.
Agreed upon it met. Okay. Expression of summer and Sandpoint theme.
Met.
Met. Okay. And then we're going for format. So it's as far as suitability for vertical banner formats. Met.
Yes.
And then public visibility and downtown streetscape impacts.
Again, my only issue is it's very detailed.
Yeah.
And we're looking at it from street level, so just remember that.
I don't think you see anything except the sailboat. And I,
Mhm.
think so.
Too
I think-
detailed.
I mean, it's very attractive, but I think the sailboat. Only thing you'd see is so good.
Okay, so would we say it failed to meet that aspect format?
I think it met.
I think it met.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, appropriateness for public all ages.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, met. And then reproduction readiness.
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, moving on to the next page of this packet is submittal D. Captured, so the description on this one captures a warm sunset or city beach featuring active community life, volleyball, paddleboarding, hiking, our iconic local guidepost sign, and native huckleberry accent.
Is this the same artist?
This was submitted by the same artist.
It reminds me of one of those hidden object games.
There's a lot going on.
There's, right, it's like,
Yeah, where's Walden?
There is a lot going on in that picture.
And I don't know the height of how high are our lampposts. I didn't have that
They're-
detail. I mean, I know you're not gonna hit your head, so they're
8
up
feet.
Yeah, at least 8 feet.
right, so.
Yeah, they're 8 feet off.
Just to put that into context and reminding when we're, if we're looking for visibility. When we're reviewing, that was not included in this submittal, but anybody that downtown wouldn't be able to recognize the height of said posts. So artist quality and originality.
Met.
And then expression of summer and Sandpoint theme.
Met.
Mhm.
Suitability for vertical banner format, 16 by 30.
Yes. Met.
All right. And then let's see, public visibility and downtown streetscape impact.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. There's too much going on for me.
Yeah,
Too busy. I would say poor really on this one.
Okay. So agreed at 4.
Too
Okay.
much to read on it.
Okay. Appropriateness for all public of ages.
Met.
Man.
And reproduction readiness.
Yeah.
We're gonna flip our page to proposal E. And then let me find the description on this one. I put this after. Highlights our surrounding wilderness and outdoor recreation, focusing on hiking, mountain biking, sailing, and native rainbow trout leaping from the water, framed beautifully by huckleberry branches. So, artistic quality and originality.
I'd say
Is this
more.
the same author or same artist again?
Yes, this is his third final submittal.
His name is Uncle Chad.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Yes,
Uncle Chad.
Well, I'm not sure if it made it into the RFP about AI arts.
if there was no disclaimer as to AI being disclosed, if it was part of your stuff. We have had to start, I know on some of our construction solicitations, we've been having to add AI disclaimers, and if they use AI, they have to disclose that they use AI. So that might be something, obviously, times are changing and we may have to think of that next year. However, we'll approach that then. So this is summer in Sandpoint theme, or that's our next expression of summer in Sandpoint theme. I believe they met that criteria with this proposal.
I'd say they met it.
Yeah. Okay. Suitability for vertical banner formats. Public visibility and downtown streetscape impacts. That's too much, Ken. Would we agree at 4 or it's just too busy, or?
Yeah.
Appropriateness for all public, all ages. And then reproduction readiness. Right. To the next packet. This is another person that submitted 3 options. So we're gonna flip and go through. First submittal of hers would be under I didn't get much description on these. It's pretty much just, here's what I see summarized and not much description on any of them. So F is the proposed. And artistic quality and originality is our first criteria for storing.
So it's a lot of bugs
Yes.
doing something to a flower that's upside down.
Leaves are here. Tea leaves. So we have our options of 4, which failed to meet our intent under this component. Good, very good, or excellent.
Yeah.
Or. Okay. Expression is summer in Sandpoint theme. So Oregon. Okay. Then we have our suitability for banner formats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
We have our public visibility and downtown streetscape impacts. Or, what's that? I heard it across the board. Thought I heard it. Appropriateness for public of all ages.
Mhm.
And reproduction readiness. All right, so next page is G.
Well,
G. What is happening here?
Okay, I'm gonna pull it.
Very,
Okay.
very O'Keefe-esque.
No description. So first criteria is artistic quality and originality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's original.
It's a definitely, yeah, I agree. It's original.
You, expression of summer in Sandpoint theme.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna score on that category. Suitability for banner format, vertical banner format.
Met.
Met? Yep. Okay. Public visibility and downtown streetscape impact. Agreed at Met?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Appropriateness for all public, all ages.
The angry snake with its mouth open.
Or wheels going over
Oh,
there.
yeah, I see that.
Was my first thought of snake too.
Oh, it's two snakes with their faces meeting at the top.
Saw it as one snake with its mouth open, tongue coming at you. Nightmares.
Okay, and then reproduction readiness is our last criteria.
Met.
Okay, you and we have H under this proposal, so there is one more.
This looks like the artist who did our spinny carousel at the
Yes.
playground. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, these are cool. So
Yeah, they're cute.
does everybody know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
You guys judge the art
Mhm.
panels for the all abilities carousel spinny
Little red.
that we have at the new playground. And she did the art for those panels that won.
Yeah, I
that
love
contest.
her.
Yeah, looks really cool. Yeah, it's like children's storybook.
All right, so our first criteria is artistic quality and originality.
I mean, it's cute.
Met.
Yeah. Met. Expression of summer and Sandpoint theme.
Not really.
No.
Or
After the word summer.
suitability for vertical banner format.
Met.
Yes.
Public visibility and downtown streetscape impact.
4.
And appropriateness for all public, all ages.
Yeah.
And reproduction readiness.
Met.
Okay. Now we are moving over to our final, which is proposal I. Couldn't skip, yeah, there's your image on page, Adrian. I believe the description was artist. Basically, she wrote about her submittal. It's Endless Adventure is the title. Vibrant 4-quadrant promotional poster captures the dynamic energy of North Idaho summer, centering the iconic lake bridging each scene together. So we have the bike, the hike, the sail, the shop. And she gave with striking color backgrounds, clean focus, outdoor, so forth.
Yeah.
Sandpoint summer experience into a single cohesive visual narrative.
Yeah.
She did put notes as if site or if artwork is chosen, I can submit this with bleed room and or crop marks for printing. Okay, artistic quality and originality. We have poor, good, very good, or excellent.
I would say very good.
I was gonna say
I like it.
I like it.
So, good. Now, expression of summer in Sandpoint theme.
Very good.
Yeah, nailed it.
Actually, yeah, I mean, I would go as far as say excellent on this category because there's a lot of things included here.
So do we want very good or excellent?
What do you think, Rick?
Very good.
Suitability for vertical banner formats.
Excellent.
good, I heard goods and excellent, so. Me in the middle of very good,
Sure,
or,
sounds good to me.
sounds good, okay. Public visibility and downtown streetscape impact.
Very good.
I think it's good.
A little busy.
Very good.
So
Everything else.
it's busy, however, the fact that the colors kind of recede in the background as the silhouettes are coming out, and you can still understand the silhouettes from at street level, and I would say even
And the art is appropriate.
If you
think about-
scroll through this packet too, she did put each quadrant, she does have it blown up. So if you put that into perspective, because these aren't, your banners aren't gonna be this big, you know? So she did submit each detailed quadrant within her packet. So that kind of gives you a little more, I know it gets, when we have to reduce things for these presentations, things can get a little bit muddled. So my hope was, that's why I printed the entire submittal instead of just that one image. Nobody else provided those, otherwise I would have printed those too.
Yeah, well, what about picking up the lake? That might be a bit confusing. Maybe not, I don't know.
I think it's good.
You think it's good?
I like the farmer's market shopping.
There's a band there too. I like.
No, I just, yeah,
Where are we?
I'm just right here on.
Oh, you're
we're looking
cheating.
at this. Yes, I'm cheap. Cheaters always win.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so we're going back to our public visibility and downtown streetscape impact.
Very good.
I think I touched on that. I think it's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, shop, okay.
And then appropriateness for public of all ages
Very good. Yeah.
and our reproduction readiness.
Very good.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay. Concludes that. If you guys wanna just set those aside, I'll gather them all when we're done here. And then I have my scoring. I will get that all tallied up. And we'll go from there. Get all over. Just go.
I'd be interested in the first one.
For introduction on the next. You want me to roll into the next thing or
Okay, so
do you want, I didn't do total tally. I don't have a calculator. with me.
oh, okay.
Our last proposal did after, she did score the highest. And compared to other proposals reviewed. So I would have been, I don't know the exact total, but she's the closest to the perfect score. Scoring it very good on most qualities.
Well, should we just go ahead and have a little discussion and then just round this out and
That's 100,
do a
I'm
motion
here
to
just
finish it up?
up to you. It's how you want to ground it up.
We just,
I'll go with this one.
well, let's have a discussion first. What we learned is this one scored the highest. So are you happy with this? Are you, would you like to see this up on the as a banner on the white post? Do you want to recommend this to council? How's everybody feeling? Yes, what?
I like the stained glass one better than this one, but I think from what I heard, it sounded like the commission there, everybody really likes this one.
Thanks, Rick. Go ahead, Will.
If I was driving down the street, the colors and everything would attract me, or if I was walking, my eye is drawn to it. I don't like the font. And I wish there was I want, you see the bike, but it really helps to see bike. And that's got a K with an odd upper right angle to it, and so does the hike and sail. Shop doesn't. I wish it was a different font that told you exactly what it was without having to sort of think about it. Other than that, it's quite attractive. I agree with the lake. I don't know why we have the lake. I mean, I like the lake, but the message, bike, hike, sail, shop, color.
What about if we, instead of putting them all together, I mean.
Oh,
about
different
maybe
ones, just
individually?
like 4 different ones that hang up.
The budget is not set up for that.
Okay, so it's just one,
What if we thickened the letters?
That would help.
I think that's an easy solution to the readability.
I'd like to take out the lake. Because, it's about what, the lake's here, and we've got it, but I don't think people realize that that's. I don't know.
well, it says sail, and then it does have the lake in the middle of the,
I feel like the lake silhouette is iconic though, and
reminds me of the Twilight.
even though the tourists might not like it and they might pronounce it wrong.
Yeah.
It's still iconic to us, so.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, I don't. This is.
Ponderosa.
My
I
husband.
don't know if anybody knows that that's like Ponderosa. As you say down here, stuff like Ponderosa. I don't think,
It's educational.
Well, everybody who would come into the chamber knew that it was the lake, but
Yeah.
they didn't know how to pronounce it. so.
All right, well,
So that would be a good mural. It's pronounced.
Actually.
And then duh at the bottom.
all right, well, so what do you guys think? Is this,
I like it, yeah, and I agree with Will, the font.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it a little more interesting.
I don't mind the font itself, I do think it needs, so there's areas that need to be bulked up, so. Yeah, that's an easy,
I don't mind the font, but maybe overpowering. Maybe small. Suggestion.
Well, it's gonna be 8 feet off the ground.
yeah. All right, well, so our options are. Was there any other option that, like Rick said, he liked the stained glass one, however, that,
So stained glass, so proposal B scored 12.5. And so did proposal C. And proposal I scored 18.8. So as far as the points category, those were the three.
How about location of the artist? Are they local?
That was not required information to be included.
Sarah McCabbin.
yeah, I think most of them are,
They're all, yeah,
regional, yeah.
regional, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference to it.
Address, yes, so the last submittal, it is local, I appears to be local as well as, so yes, it appears the three top leaders are local submitters.
Nice.
And in our solicitation, we did, Ellie and I went through it to make sure, but we did include in here that we reserve the right to work with the artist who was chosen for their highest scoring submission prior to install to make minor requests or modifications or changes to the submitted art. So obviously font isn't a huge change to this. We're not going to change her idea because then what's the point of doing this entire proposal or solicitation if we're going to change her entire thing, then that's due diligence to the rest of the submitters. So, but we do have that in the solicitation that we will work with them on minor modifications or changes to the art submitted. So.
Well,
It says, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I think it says what this project started out to be. It says, Sandpoint, Idaho. That's what you do when you come here, bike, hike, sail, shop. And that's what the signs are supposed to do. So I think it's cleaned up a little bit. It serves the purpose.
All right, well, do we want to make a motion to send this on to council? This particular?
So moved.
All right, Kate has moved that we select Proposal I. To recommend to council. Give a second.
Second.
Seconded, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Excellent.
Who's the first one?
Kate.
Kate, and then
Excellent. All right, we're getting the hang of it. I'm moving on.
And can we, in the future, can we add location of artists? Actually formalize it?
Oh, sure.
I'll have to double check too. I mean, it might be something we can request that they disclose. However, from the solicitation standpoint, I mean, I had people trying to submit from New York. It was late, it's time difference. So I don't know if they were there visiting. I don't know circumstances because I'm very neutral. I receive things, I compile them, and I bring them to you guys. So I very limited communications if at all possible. But we'll want to double check as to our rules and just kind of our guidelines within
So just,
our purpose.
just,
You
you
know,
know, in the past, we have
done it before.
we have done national calls
Okay.
and you do have a little blurb in there that says we reserve the right to favor.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I know we do as far as for our procurement, as far as purchasing and so forth with our solicitations, there's a percentage that we can curve, you know, to local to keep
Yeah.
local. So it is possible. I just personally don't know the answer to that. So it's definitely something we could look into in the
Okay, so
future,
let's make a note of that.
Yeah. as well as the AI component possibly for futures.
Excellent. All right. Well, then let's go ahead and move on to number 6, which is another selection of the City Beach basketball court mural. So the call was extended to June 4th. And of course, Heather is same thing, she works to get everything ready. So yeah, let's head on to this.
So here we go. So I'll start packing these around. Correction. Sorry. Stretches. Like
all.
I think we're good. Oh, okay. Sorry for all the paper people.
all right, keep score through the board.
Right. Forest management. No,
Okay.
so basically this was, as Ellie said, submitted or solicitation sent out for our City Beach basketball court public art project. This one is a project that was open to all artists residing in the United States, regardless of race, color, religion, gender, and it includes minors with parental guardian written consent. So I did print out a scoring sheet on this one as well. You'll notice at the top, it does have the submission requirements listed. The reason I did that is because we didn't want to just receive someone's resume. We wanted to make sure we received an actual proposed design. So, when your package, you do have a proposal F. We will, be reviewing that. There's no proposal included in that design. So although it was something I received for the panel to review, there was no actual proposal included in it. So I did print out what we received formally within our limits of the term of solicitation. And we'll just discuss that a little further there, but you will have the criteria for this one included as well, very similar to our banner project we just evaluated. Some point differences as far as which criteria is held a little more as far as our scoring goes. So we are going to be scoring off of artistic quality and visual impact, site responsiveness and relationship to City Beach, integration with court geometry and playability will be another scoring criteria. Appropriateness for public of all ages, durability, simplicity of maintenance, and practical feasibility. They're challenging today. Overall, public art value will be the last criteria we'll be scoring. And again, I have your scale down below to hopefully help you guys going through this. Your first proposal.
I want to mention something, the area of the mural is shown in yellow here. So just remember that as well.
So what we have are the two, I don't even know what those are called, at the end of the basketball court. Or the tapped up.
The top of the key.
Top of the key at both sides of the court as well as center court.
Heather, please.
Hey, I haven't played basketball since I was 10. It's been a minute. So proposal A is before you. This was actually received by two different emails. My guess is complications were had with one, wasn't sure it went through, so it was received a second time. That's why you have two pieces of paper. From what I can gather, the information is all the same artist, same imagery, just two receivables. My practice is to provide you with what's received. Therefore, you're receiving both. One of the criteria is artist was to provide their name and contact information, as well as examples of past work and relatable to this project, as well as a description of the artwork submitted. So that's why these are a little bit more lengthy. Yeah. Ellie, do you want to read the descriptions on this one or his experience?
Sure.
Pretty small font. It was all included in the text of the email, so it wasn't as printer friendly.
As an artist, my goal with this concept is to transform a standard recreational space into a vibrant celebration of Idaho's unique wilderness. The design blends a clean, modern aesthetic with elements that honor the landscape we live in every day, creating an inspiring backdrop for both athletes and community members. Shows dense forest, divided by a glowing golden tan river that evokes the natural path and spirit of the region. Right.
Okay, so as far as submission requirements, they needed to provide a proposed design, their information, which we have, samples of past relatable work to this project, and a description of the artwork submitted.
Yeah, do we have anything that they've done in the past?
Nothing was submitted. So we have to score off of what's in front of us and what was provided for the specific solicitation. So,
Because I'd be curious if you could actually pull this off.
I think that's why we included that in because this is a
Yeah.
pain. This isn't something we're reprinting onto banners. This is something they're going to have to implement and reproduce for. So that's why we had asked for previous experienced and relatable work.
Yeah, makes sense.
From what was disclosed here, I did not see that as being met. I do not see any examples, no other attachments or imagery was provided within the emails. So as far as I'm concerned, I see this as a fail because we don't have that experience to back up the proposal. Okay. So in that case, we can go ahead and put this aside.
Agree 100%.
Yeah. Okay, so our next one is proposal B.
Oh.
And in your package, you'll see there is provided about the person who submitted. As far as the artwork, it said wild play transformed the city beach basketball courts to a vibrant celebration of joy, movement, and natural that defines Sandpoint's identity, inspired by energy and recreation and the beauty of lakefront environment. The design integrates colorful illustrations of a moose and a bull trout. A protected species should have on it. Yeah. And then if you click through your packet further, there is all she did provide some past work experiences of murals. Also within your packet as part of her study. So as far as a pass fail, this submitter did meet all requirements. So excellent, agreed as far as pass, and then we can move on now to our actual scoring of the proposed artwork. So artistic quality and visual impact is our first category. possible points of 6 points. Your scale is same as before, or good, very good, and excellent.
I would go as far as to say very good or excellent. Right?
I don't know which one. I'm gonna pick. Is it agreed upon exceeds our expectations?
I have very good.
Sarah?
Very good. Very good, very good. All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Responsiveness and relationship to City Beach.
Very good.
Yeah, good.
So are we at good or very good? Very good. Okay. Yeah. Integration with court geometry and playability. And
Yeah. Good.
agreed, very good.
Mhm.
Thank you. Appropriateness for public of all ages viewing.
Very good.
Excellent.
It's fine.
Did I hear excellence? Okay. And durability, simplicity of maintenance, and practical feasibility. So the purpose of this category was to evaluate whether the designs appears feasible to install and maintain to the
Yeah, that's like good, very good.
Are we at good or very good?
Very good.
Yeah, very good. I don't know either.
Yeah.
No question. Yeah.
That's why I hesitated.
I do know City Beach is being repaved. Chair Jason, that was one of our contracted,
Not the basketball court,
wasn't that part of the?
just the painted, the basketball court's in fine shape, so this court will be repainted,
Did a contract for
not
every
for
City
paving
Beach
City
and,
Beach.
okay,
These courts were repaved.
okay.
But it's prepped and ready to.
But it's prepped and it's good condition. I'm just condition wise, I haven't been.
Yeah,
It's
Steve gets back next week and he's gonna do the City Beach first, so he's gonna start painting it next week. And if we choose an artist today, I'll direct him just to probably prime the circles.
Right.
In the top of the keys so that it doesn't, waste expensive paint on those.
Right.
Just repair it.
because we are prepping this. Okay.
Ellie, is that probably the best treatment is like just prime it with like some white paint so it can be painted on top of later? Okay, so some cheap primer and the
Not cheap.
circles. Well, compared to the cost of the
Car-
professional surface paint that we're using.
I
it's
don't
gonna be
use the
relatively cheap.
appropriate primer. For longevity for the art.
That should.
Can I just say one thing?
Well, we haven't,
Yeah, no, I-
not yet. We
That's an
haven't
example.
finished scoring everything.
Take a picture.
As an example of the areas. Like, no, we're not done yet. Okay, and then our last criteria for this scoring would be the overall public art value. So this evaluates overall contribution of the artwork to the public realm.
I think it's very,
Very good.
Very good.
Very good, very good.
Okay. We're gonna put B aside and move on to C now.
So you'll notice on this one, he did not follow the direction. That's a key, what are we calling the keys?
Like these,
Oh,
yes,
right.
let's stay within the realm of the. I was looking on the, so as far as submission requirements, we do have a little write-up here. Don't recall anything being mentioned as far as past experience. But there were no examples of artwork. As far as past history. So on the criteria of the solicitation, not everything was met. We didn't get, so this is a fail at the beginning stages.
not real wild.
Just based off of this type of, we have to have that experience, that we can feel confident in moving forward, so that's why we would. So proposal D is before you. Past experience of artwork was included. Submittal. The criteria of what we, or the requirements for submittal, this person did pass. She provided her proposed design as well as her contact information, a description, and examples of past work relatable to the project. So as far as my component, I believe she passed. You agree? I agree. Sorry, I didn't want to pass and fail these prior to them making it to you guys. It's just part of my process. So just FYI, I know we haven't had to do this before, but want to make sure it is in that little component too. So our first criteria is artistic quality and visual impact.
I would say it met expectations.
Agreed.
Okay, agreed. Right responsiveness and relationship to City Beach.
Met.
Yeah.
We met.
What? Integration with court geometry and playability.
Good at it.
Yeah. Met. We have appropriateness for public, all ages. Met. Then we have durability, simplicity, and maintenance and practical feasibility.
Met.
Met. Thank you. Overall public art value. From. Or. Okay. Then we are going to put it aside and move on to proposal E. This was a submittal that was submitted on behalf of this person's wife, who is a talent, it's in the email, isn't as talented with computers as she is with art. So it is on their behalf. So it's his wife and a mother that this artwork was submitted for. In this one, the reason I haven't, so no examples of work other than what is before us. As far as the proposed is included, there is some experience verbally written in the email as far as teaching art students at Washington Elementary School. However, no other experience was shared in this submittal. So I'm bringing it to you guys, and you can tell me if you feel that that was met or as far as pass or fail in the submittal.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. But again. Yeah, thank you. The next one, F, is a very healthy packet. However, no proposed design was included in this. It's just a very lengthy experience and history of his past work. So this one did fail due to not being able to provide us with an actual proposal for the artwork to be happening. So that's a fail on that.
Yeah, so this is the new yeah, we've had this already.
So our last and final proposal is G. This applicant or submitter did provide a proposed imagery or design behind her proposal. He also provided us with history of work she's completed. So in my eyes, as far as those, she did pack that initial submittal requirements. Okay. So go and review what has been submitted before us, and then we will, for criteria of what is.
And Heather, this artist did have a little explanation.
Oh, okay, yes.
Said a few days ago, I went to City Beach to get a feel ad in the areas to be enhanced. It was prestigious luck that there was a type of playoff between two teams. They kindly allowed me time to measure and they brainstormed about my idea. And I asked who they suggested as models. So the people that she's modeled here are from the feedback from the actual basketball players that she met at City Beach. Oh.
Ready to score? Sure. Okay. Our first criteria is artistic quality and visual impact, the proposed artwork.
I'd say it met expectations.
Yeah. Okay, met. Then we have site responsiveness and relationship to City Beach. So as far as in our definition, we have evaluate how well the artist will respond to or responds to the basketball court, City Beach, park settings, lakefront environment, and Sandpoint community context. And that was within the document itself that was proposed. That was not that. Agreed upon at 4.
Sure.
Okay. Integration with court geometry and playability.
Met.
Met. You. Then we have appropriateness for public of all ages. Met. Thank you. We have durability, simplicity, and maintenance and practical feasibility.
I don't know how you think these people want to hear it.
That's what I was thinking.
That's very different.
If you made stickers, then the maintenance would be.
Right. I mean, as far as painting goes, it seems very difficult.
Yeah.
So I would say before.
Ability.
Yeah, very good.
Ability.
Let's look in the description. It says, even though the attached idea is mostly full of color of famous players, it will actually be in single color line drawn silhouettes,
Oh,
but in different colors, red, blue, cream, and green. So I think that might be the detail as far as
that,
so just for more context as to the written component. So probably like
I don't feel like she can do this.
Yeah.
feasibility.
Yeah.
it needs to be
It
something.
has to be more simple,
It's too complex.
much more simple than this.
Okay, so we have poor, good, very good, or excellent as our scoring rubric.
I would say poor.
Or, thank you. And then overall public art value. Or. So based off of scores, proposal B has scored the highest. That was second. Well, the first one you guys scored.
And you realize that it's the same artist for the whole. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, this, I know.
Oh, this one is the same artist for the banner?
That's
Okay.
why I did, that's unfortunately the way we ran the solicitation and the way we received them digitally, their names are included in it, because we received emails. So that's, yeah, why we titled them A, B, C, D to hopefully remove any bias and context. We want it as neutral as possible when we're scoring solicitation. So better start including.
All right, well, let's have some discussion here. The highest scoring,
Which was the
the one that's up.
Oh, there, right there.
I like how simple it is.
Yeah,
I like the various colors. I think it's the moose and the fish are very Sandpoint-esque.
Yeah.
It fits at a basketball court that's near a lake in a park. I think it just kind of hits all those points. Without too much going on. I mean, it's a place for art, but there's also going to be people playing games on top of it, and it, to me, that would be too distracting if there's too much going on that court. Basketball player standpoint.
Yeah, I think it's, I mean, it does, that, of all of them, it's the best one, you know, but it's still got a lot of stuff going on. And I'm
Mostly
concerned
color.
about that.
It really complements the color that the court is going to be
Yeah.
as well.
Yes.
But I do think it's a good thing. I think that it's busy. I think that maybe we can find either she could turn it down a little bit. Oh, you like it the way it is. Okay.
I'm also really happy that this person has done murals in the past, and so that's a really important thing for me is to make sure that the artists that we contract with are able to fulfill the mission.
I have one comment.
Sure.
I like the colors, but I wish we could see a tad bit more of the moose,
so there's a blend.
his nose,
More of his face, the nose part.
just to, I mean, I had to look at it for a minute
Well, I know
to
I
make
should do
sure
that.
it was the moose,
It's
and I did it by the
hard to-
horns.
It's hard to fit it all in that,
But if
but
it, you could get the nostrils, it'd be
noted.
just a little bit small. Other than that, it's quite colorful.
Was there any other submissions that anyone needed to paying? So I have a motion then.
Hey, look at me.
I'll do it.
Are you
So
gonna do
moved.
it?
All right, we're gonna move to
I'll second that.
recommend this proposal B, City Beach Basketball Court to Dara has made a motion and Rick has seconded. All in favor?
Uh,
Any opposed? None heard, motion passes. Woo-hoo. All right, so let's move on to historic preservation, number 7, Bill, commercial A historic preservation update.
Patient.
I have about 3 minutes because I have a meeting in 10. So I'm like, we gotta get. It's so important. I wanted to make sure I didn't interrupt your process and other things. A lot of progress has been made. Last week, we completed binder. We've been working very closely with the Planning and Zoning Commission on a lengthy update to the commercial zoning and historic preservation. Piece by piece by piece by piece. I've only put it together in one binder, so each commissioner has a chance to look at each chapter, look at the zoning map. It's all there, including the historic preservation chapter. You'll be emailed a digital copy of this today. Worst case is tomorrow, but Mandy's putting the finishing touches on basically a PDF that you can page through. I think chapter of this binder, the table of contents, chapter 9 is historic preservation ordinance. And right now is where the rubber meets the road. So in order for you to really understand what this means, you're going to have to begin to understand permitting a little bit. I'm already receiving feedback now that this has been published. We have had property owners call. No one likes to come to City Hall to get, I mean, it's the dead last thing anybody wants to do in their day is to come down to City Hall and get anything, right? So we have to understand that, you know, an historic preservation ordinance in set of design guidelines and a process to ensure that buildings and changes to buildings are befitting for the district that's been created. That inherently involves us making decisions. And we have to think through some of the practicality of that. Otherwise, we're gonna not have answers when these questions come up. So what I'm gonna ask this commission to do is now's the time to read it. I'm gonna send you these digital version of these binders. You can have a larger context of what the overall project's been about for downtown and commercial entirely. chapter 9 is the historic preservation piece. And it's very procedurally heavy. That's just the nature of how historic preservation is managed. It's very clunky that way. But in the ordinance is a table over the types of things that can happen to the exterior of a building. You have to get comfortable with understanding what that means as a commission. You're going to be asked to evaluate applications for modifications to exteriors of buildings. And I liken this to a process of deliberately getting to yes, as opposed to just saying no. That's what this whole effort is about deliberately saying yes. A lot of I think, you may have a different idea of what this means, but a lot of the criticism is going to be on what happens if on Friday night a kid throws a rock through my window. I don't want to spend a month, getting a window replacement permit. So what I want you to do is I want you to read this ordinance, and I want to share with you a little bit about how permitting in general works, because not everything requires a permit. You paint your house, you don't have to come to City Hall and get a permit. You swap out a window, you don't have to get a permit. But those are two things you would have to do under this ordinance. There's a new threshold we'd be creating because it represents a modification to the exterior of a building. Building codes don't apply to things like that. Other land use permitting does not apply to things like that. But in the historic preservation context, that's everything. What you're doing to the exterior of the building needs to be evaluated according to the way this ordinance has been worded. And we have to get comfortable with that. So we need to talk through as a team what it means and how quickly we can realistically process stuff, because you're talking about 48 or so property owners that are not necessarily going to be happy. They've got something they have to go get a permission for, whereas today they don't. Replace an awning, change out a window, swap out a door. The threshold for review is very low. Everything is going to have to come through some kind of review, including signage. So that's the nature of the conversation we have to have. In the end, what this ordinance does is takes the district and says, yeah, we're not going to be doing changes to here unless we're deliberate about it. There's lots of ways to get to yes. The guidelines that we refer to are the national standards. We can always augment that with locally adopted standards, but I think in order to be successful here, we're going to also need to meet with the property owners. I think this group invite the property owners in a setting downtown. Perhaps if we can find a building, one of the historic buildings, we can have a meeting in. We invite all the property owners. I met with one yesterday and one on Friday. They're like, I don't want anything to do with this. I want nothing to do with this. I mean, I have to come get a permit to change up my windows? No, I'm not doing it. And so we have to educate ourselves and then begin to understand what we believe is the right threshold, because now's the time to modify this. And I think after we get comfortable with it, then we need to have a meeting with the property owners and begin to talk a little bit about, why we would want to do this and what balance we could reach in terms of processing needs. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Because if we don't do that, this is gonna be tough. But I think it's time to meet with these property owners, and this commission needs to, now's your time to be advocates for this, right? It's not, we have to do it now. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen. Does that make sense? We've got it drafted. It's put in the context of the whole picture, so everybody has a really good sense of what all this means. And you'll get a copy, you'll get emailed this today, the digital version of this. If you want hard copies, just let us know. We can work on getting some more binders printed if that's easier for you. But that's really what I'm asking the commission is to read that chapter. It's 14 pages long, it's dense, and it's procedurally heavy. And there's not a single standard in it. It's all process. And we have to get comfortable with that and visualize yourself as a property owner that wants to make a change. And what that means to you and how much money you've spent and the stress and anxiety with trying to get a new tenant and all the things that these business owners have to contend with day in and day out. You have to look at this through that lens as well. Okay? So that's what my request of you, and you'll get this later today. All right.
You're sending that out today, you said?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yes,
Thank you. Hard work.
you're very welcome. We're trying to have to run to another meeting.
So I'm thinking ahead, just kind of to expand on that. Are we in this commission gonna be sort of leading, I don't mean to keep you from your meeting, but like the messaging aspect of this, the pushing this out into the public, like, here's what we want to do and why we want to do it. Is that gonna generate from this commission?
It's gonna have to.
Okay, That's kind of what I've been thinking. I was just.
Yeah, I'm not the historic preservationist.
You're the code guy.
I'm the planner. I understand what the objective is. I've researched and done a lot of work on understanding this at, from the legal aspects of it, is, all the way down through, how you actually write code, what it means. But you're the advocates
Yeah.
for this in the community. And so,
So we're gonna need to come up with like a messaging and a marketing plan to like push this out into the community so that it's maybe more easily accepted than
yeah,
more bureaucratic red tape that makes me hate my life kind of aspect from the builder's perspective.
that's exactly right. And I think this has to be adopted. It's an ordinance has to be adopted through planning commission and city council. I anticipate the whole of this package going, whether that's in one ordinance or two ordinances, later this summer to commission and then late summer, possibly early fall to council. But it's gonna be this year when it has its hearings. There's a couple of things that need to be tightened up, but I don't think we have hearings until this group has had definitively a meeting with the property owners where they have an opportunity to interact and just get questions answered and hear from you about why this project is important for the community. And for you to hear from them on what their concerns are, to try to strike a balance.
I'm already getting questions.
Uh,
So I think that the way you're going is great. I think we really need this for all of us to know what to say and how to present it. So it's a positive, what we're trying to do here with this presentation. So
Like a town hall.
Once we read it all,
Yeah.
we get
Yeah,
together, have a
yeah,
special
we should.
meeting or a
Mhm.
workshop and just say, hey, let's make sure that we have the same understanding of this sentence.
I think
I
so.
want to page turn it with you.
Okay.
And I don't know if I want to wait a month. We meet once a month, right, as a commission?
Yeah.
I would love it if we could meet before 4th of July. As a group to just
Yeah.
page turn this.
Yeah,
So, sure.
So we'll work on trying to schedule a special meeting if that's
Yeah.
the case, because I think what happens is, 4th of July, I'm gone the 4th of July week, and after that, it's gonna be catch-up mode, and next thing you know, it's like, oh my gosh, things are moving. A lot of people are busy during the summer, with vacations and family and stuff. So I think it's important that we get our hands on this. And then decide, I'll hear from you on what the right format for a group meeting. I'm thinking downtown in an historic building where we could actually have a setting, invite people to come
Agreed.
that are property owners. It's a property owner meeting. That's number one. The community stuff, we've been through a lot of that with comp plan and whatnot. I think this is the most importantly, right, at present, a property owner.
And if we invite them and they feel like they're being listened to and heard, I think that invites more cooperation and understanding on their part than if it's like a mass invite to the entire community.
That's right. In best case, it's
lost.
advocacy. In best case, you
Right.
pick off one or two owners that understand it, say, yes, I think
Right.
we should do this, and here's why. Testimony at hearing is gonna be everything on this ordinance.
Yeah.
It's either it's gonna be positive testimony or it's gonna be negative testimony. So this commission, once we understand it and you feel like this is the ordinance you want, because I can make changes to it, then you're the ambassadors for this. And I'm there to help, in any way I can. But that's really what the assignment is. And it's now or never. You know what I mean? This is our chance, right? If, and I said we put some energy into it, I think this late summer is our chance to try to connect with these property owners and make the case.
And we do have historic preservation advocates that we can lean on as well.
Yeah.
That have been past commissioners and things of that nature.
And this is a very creative group. It's the most creative commission, right? You've got all these, it's the nature of what your task is. So let your creativity fly in terms of how you want to, this doesn't have to be a bureaucratic thing. It is that definitionally, but it can be, something different. Yeah, it can be a celebration of sorts if you can get there,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
right?
But
And
I
that's-
think you'll be very surprised. A lot of people already, I want to do that. They want to know.
A lot of people do.
They really want to know.
I've heard good feedback too.
But do they understand what it means? And that's the most important thing. Everyone's an idea, but let's read the language together, make sure that, that we're all,
Yeah.
understanding that from the same perspective.
Well, finally having it on the page is gonna be very helpful.
Yep, and you'll get it today and I want to make sure you have it in the context of the whole in case you want to see how it fits together with the things we're doing for downtown and whatnot. So very, very pleased that we're at this point and,
Awesome.
Good job.
Thank you.
yeah, yes, very cool.
Great, thanks, Bill. Were there any other questions on that? Well, then let's move on. I just had some quick things on the commission business. Generally, the orchids and onions, the applications close on the 19th. I actually have 2 nominations I'm gonna do this year.
Nice.
510 South First Avenue. It was been recently renovated, and it was the owner of Thompson Hardware downtown back in the day. And also for commercial, I'm gonna do 119 North First, which is Pivo Peaks.
Oh.
If anybody's been in there.
I've only been in there once. I haven't. I just
they
popped in.
did some amazing things inside.
It just looks very different when I popped in for a brief moment and I was like, whoa, this building is this tall.
Yeah,
Right, yeah. Like when we
Never knew.
redid the 219. It was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Oh, look at the ceiling. Yeah.
so I've been in contact with both the owners, and I'll create the nomination packets, and I will personally pay the $50 each for the applications, because
Great. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's cool.
the historic walking tour brochure. During this last month, we gathered 3 quotes. We selected a vendor. The requisition got approved last Friday, so the artwork will be going to the printer this week. That's exciting. Should finish the big belly art this week. It should probably be installed by the end of June. And then I just wanted to make a quick note that Barry and I went to the NAPC, National Alliance of Preservation Commissions, and Idaho SHPO. They put on the training on the 22nd in Coeur d'Alene. Bill and Jason were there as well. It was all day training. There was lots of good information put out there, so we'll be using that as we go forward with this structure preservation that we're working on, and that's all I have. Anybody have anything for the roundtable?
I will just share that there is a concert this Saturday night at the Hive. It is a fundraiser for the festival at Sandpoint. It's more of a concert, more of a fundraiser, but it's $15 tickets. The funds do go to support our year-round pre-K outreach music classes. And there is an opportunity to win two sponsor seasons passes to the festival for $15. So that's 7:30 at the Hive on Saturday night.
Thank you. Anyone else? Rick, do you have anything?
I don't.
No.
Okay, well, thanks, you guys. We got a lot done today. We're just cruising along.
Are we thinking that we want to schedule a meeting to do the thing with Bill? Like the last week in June? That's in like 2 weeks.
Yes, it is. Is everybody gonna have something open?
I'm just thinking if the week of the 22nd, because then after that, like count me out
Okay,
for reals
is everybody else
till
on for
September.
that week?
But I just
I
wanted to
cannot
put it
do
out there.
Tuesday. Have my teen volunteer starting that day.
I mean, I have limited availability that week, but I think it's worth shooting out some kind of availability thing to find out where we are. Maybe we can find something.
Friday's the only day.
Then that next week we're running into the 4th of July and like he's out and I'm out. And so I just wanted to bring that to the top of mind.
Yeah, is it really next week that we're looking then?
No, the
Well, I mean, I think either, yeah, maybe next week. For me, that's best, but many day, but Wednesdays are good for me right now, so I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I'm out that week of the 22nd as well.
so maybe the week of the 15th, we meet as a team. I can do Monday, the 15th. I'm free Monday, the whole day.
Probably,
Or 2 o'clock, whatever, Monday, but that's all.
maybe early on Monday.
Here,
Yeah.
Monday, the 15th, June 15th.
on
That would work for me.
All right, let's call it the 15th at 8:30.
At 8:30.
time,
Is this room available on Mondays at 8:30?
8:30?
All right, check.
Is that enough time for whatever we need to do to have the meeting?
I think we'll have to,
Read that,
I think
yeah.
we'll have to reset. It's 9 pages. I mean, I think we'll have to make it work.
14.
Oh,
I
sorry.
mean the public, don't we have to notify public?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't know.
Maybe not for this one.
Well, we do.
Oh, we do.
Anytime we have a forum.
Oh, I got you. I don't know about
We usually go to sign to have it posted.
this coming Friday. I mean,
So are we still on for 15?
Let's say yes, and then we'll confirm with Bill. And
Yeah.
we'll confirm that we got a room. This doesn't have to be this room, it
Yeah,
could be another.
we could meet.
It could be
It looks
like Chambers
is up.
Kenny's office. Okay.
Yeah. Chamber appears open.
Well, Bill will be happy that
That maybe we have to have a whole thing read, right?
Yes.
And actually not the whole thing, if you can only read some of it, then just read the historic.
Chapter
preservation.
Our chapter.
To the president.
List.
Right.
Send that out.
Yes. Thank you, guys, we're adjourned.
Yeah.
Yeah.